What's up YouTube? It's Erica Kroopin with Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to go over what a DBA is. So if you were interested in hearing about that, stay tuned. Alright, I had to do a lot of research for this video. The reason why I needed to do a lot of research is because in my brain, because I've been in business for quite some time, I understand what a DBA is, but not enough to explain it to somebody else and educate you guys. So what I did is I did a lot of research. I went on the Googles, I went on the internet, and went through the process of starting a DBA, looked at the literature online, and what I noticed is there's a lot of words that pop up that if you are new in business, you're green, you don't know much about business, it's not gonna make sense to you. So what I did was I tried to break down those words into like a simpler form, and I'm gonna try to give you an explanation. So hopefully this type of stuff makes sense for you.
Before we get this video started, I did want to tell you that I am not a legal professional. I am a pooper scooper that runs a pooper scooper business, and I am here to let you guys know the information that I know. This information is for your entertainment only. Before you make any decisions on business or life or anything like that, make sure you contact a legal professional for advice.
Now let's get into it. Term 1, sole proprietor. A person that is the exclusive owner of a business. They are entitled to keep all the profits after taxes have been paid, but legally liable for all of the losses. Term 2, sole proprietorship. This is a type of enterprise run and owned by a single individual, with no legal distinction between owner and business entity. Term number 3, business entity is an organization created by an individual or individuals to conduct business. Some type of business entities are sole proprietorship, partnerships, LLC, limited liability company, and S corporation, and etc. And term number 4, when you hear enterprise, that just means company or business. One of the quickest ways to get into business is getting a DBA. That's what I did when I started my business. Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin is actually a DBA. That's how I formed it at first. I didn't know any better. I thought a DBA was fine. But after doing some research and talking to some of my friends, I found out that having a DBA doing business as leaves me and my personal assets vulnerable. Because the business is me. I am the business. There's nothing protecting me. So what I did was I went ahead and filed for an LLC, which is a limited liability company, and that's like my mother company. And Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin is a DBA underneath that LLC now. So the limited liability company is actually what creates that bubble to protect my personal assets. So if somebody sues me, they sue my LLC, we go through that whole entire process, and because I have like that protection with my LLC, hopefully somebody won't take my house and take the money that's in like my personal bank account. But, if I were just to have the DBA, somebody were to sue me, they'd be able to take my personal assets because I don't have any protection. So yes, getting a DBA is quick and it's easy, but legally and financially down the road, it's not the safest way to conduct business. And you can have multiple DBAs under one LLC, which is really awesome. And they're one entity. They're one. The reason why I keep doing this is because like my LLC is here and then I have a couple of DBAs underneath it. So it's almost like a triangle, right? LLC up here, DBAs here. So let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. Let's say Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin was the LLC. Okay. And I wanted to legally shorten Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin to KPS. Instead of filing for another LLC, what I would do is file for a DBA as KPS, and I would run that under the Kroopin's Poopin Scoopin. Since it's still the same thing, I'm able to rebrand and remarket as KPS legally without having to go through the entire process of changing the LLC, because that's a pain in the butt itself. I mean, it can be done, don't get me wrong, But you don't have to. You don't have to do that. How much do DBAs cost? They typically range between $15 and $30. I paid $17 plus tax and transaction fees for mine. I filed my paperwork, and baby, I was in business. And yeah, buddy, I was ready to go scoop that poop. I was in business. I had my DBA. I went and got my bucket. I got my rake. I got my trash bags. I was ready to rock and roll. I went and did my first job, went and did my second job, did my third job. I don't know how many jobs I did until I found out about LLC. And that's when I switched it over. Future editing, Erica here. I forgot to mention what you can do with the DBA. You can do it all. You can operate business, you can open a business bank account, you can accept payments, you can post all over social media, go service your customers, do all the things that you need to do. But make sure you do it safely because you don't have protection like you would with an LLC. Well, to wrap it all up, DBAs are nice. It can get you into business, but it's not the safest way to go, especially if you want to expand and you want to get employees and you want to start doing commercial and corporate accounts and you want to protect yourself. DBAs are not a separate legal entity from you. You are the business is you. DBAs do not provide any type of asset protection. Your asset protection will come from an LLC. So please like this video for the algorithm, comment down below to help me out, and please subscribe if you're liking this content. Talk to you soon. Bye.